It's time for reading on this nice Wednesday morning. I'm going to be in a reading book, page 148. The title of our story is, Have You Seen My Dog? So page 148. I'm going to read the first part, and then for tomorrow night, or for tomorrow, you will read the rest of the story and then take your online quiz. Have you seen my dog? Where is Lady? Pete jumped down the porch steps. He pushed open the gate to the backyard. Here, Lady, he called. He frowned when there was no answering bark. The fenced yard was empty. That dog is gone again, Pete said to himself. He got his bike out of the shed and pushed it to the front yard. He stopped beside his father. Dad, have you seen Lady? He asked. Why, no, Pete, said his father. Is she gone again? Yes, sir, Pete said. May I go look for her? Yes, Dad answered. Why don't you ask Alan to help you? Pete rode down the street to his friend's house. Alan was outside mowing the lawn. Have you seen Lady? Pete asked. Alan stopped the mower. No, not this morning. Is she gone again? He asked. Okay, let's analyze what we've read. First of all, it looks like this could possibly be a true story. I mean, at least it's not about mice that are dressed in clothes. So it's a possibility, but it is probably just a fiction story that someone made up. And we do know that Lady is a dog, and because the name is Lady, it's a girl dog, all right? And we know that this dog has been gone numerous times. She's disappeared numerous times. And how do we know that? It's because of the word again. Is she gone again? Again means that she's already done it sometime before. So, Lady has either run away, that's what it sounds like, and sounds like she has done this more than one time. We know that Alan is Pete's friend, and we know that they're not just little boys, they're big enough boys to mow the lawn, at least this boy is, and so they're not just little tiny kids. They're big enough to be responsible with the lawn mowing. And we're going to continue on page 149. Pete nodded. Yeah, she's been wandering off since her puppies died. She must be looking for them. Pete put the mower away while Alan asked his mother if he could help look for Lady. My mother says it's okay, Alan said as he rolled his bike out of the shed. Let's go. The two boys pedaled slowly up the street. They didn't see Lady anywhere. As they turned the corner of Maple Lane and Main Street, they saw a school friend. Hello, Henry, called Pete. All right, the couple things that I did notice when I read this. I did notice that Alan asked permission. He didn't just run off with Pete and start looking for Lady. He went in the house and he asked permission. And while he was asking permission, Pete was putting away the mower. And I thought, those are two very nice traits that these boys have. One is the thinking that you're going to ask permission to do something, not just tell your mom, hey mom, I'm going to go down the street, but to actually ask. And the other was the fact that they took care of their responsibilities in putting the mower away. Just like at your house, if you get your bicycle out, it's probably your job to put your bicycle away, not to leave it out where it could get taken or where it could get rained on or whatever. You put your things away. So I did notice that these two boys were very responsible. So now we've entered a third boy in our picture. Hello, Henry, called Pete. What are you two doing? Henry asked. We're looking for my dog, Pete replied. She's got out again, and we can't find her anywhere. Lady? Well, she ran past her early this morning, said Henry. Which way did she go? Alan asked. Out that way, Henry pointed toward the lumber yard. Thanks, Henry. The two boys pedaled away. Here, Lady, Pete whistled as they rode past the lumber yard. Alan braked suddenly. There she is. Lady, Pete called. Come here. The boys turned into the lumber yard. They rode in and out of the stacks of lumber, but they couldn't see Lady. They called and called and called and whistled, but there was no answer. "Hey, what are you kids doing?" A tall man stopped them as they turned a corner. "You can't ride through here. This isn't a playground." "Oh, we're sorry, sir," replied Pete. "We're just looking for my dog." The tall man put his hands on his hips and frowned. "A dog?" "Yes, sir," said Alan. "I thought I saw her go around that corner." "A big dog?" The man held his hands about knee-high. "Red, floppy ears, big brown eyes?" "Yeah, that's Lady," said Alan. "She went through a broken board in the back fence," the man replied. "There's a vacant lot over there." Okay? Did you think of what the word vacant might be? There's a vacant lot. It means a piece of ground where nobody lives. In other words, no one really owns that. It's empty, so there's not a house. All right. And I did notice here as I was reading that we know that Lady has disappeared before because she has lost her puppies. Now, how a dog could lose all of its puppies, or all of her puppies, I don't know. I don't know much about dogs, but it sounded like it was a very sad thing to lose all of the puppies. So Lady's still trying to find where in the world they are. "Thank you," called the boys as they rode away, and I'm reading the next page. They pedaled down the side road to the vacant lot. "Look," said Alan. He pointed to an old shed almost hidden in the weeds. A muffled bark came from the shed. "Lady!" cried Pete. He got off his bike and ran the rest of the way to the shed door. Lady looked up at the boys and wagged her tail. Then she nudged the squirming, furry bodies beside her. "Puppies! Lady has puppies!" said Alan. Alan dropped to his knees beside Lady. "Alan, these aren't puppies." And that's where our story ends. At least that's where that chapter ends. All right. They found Lady. She's been hanging out, so to speak, in that little shed. And it looks to me like if that little shed was close to my house and I was a little girl, I would want to make it into a playhouse. Isn't that the cutest little shed? But anyway, I don't know who owns the little shed, but Lady finds that in the shed she has found something special. All right. So you're going to finish reading tomorrow night, and then you'll take a little quiz. It won't be a long quiz, but a quiz over the whole chapter. I mean, the whole story. Okay? So it won't be a quiz just over what you read, but over the whole story. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed that. And have you seen my dog? So you're going to read that for your homework, so to speak. Okay. Talk to you later.